Hello. So my name is Dave Miller. I'm the project leader for the Bugzilla project, and welcome to another Saturday Bugzilla stream. I don't really have much planned for today. If you've been paying attention at all with the Bugzilla information or lack thereof, you've probably noticed that we haven't released yet, which is still in it's still in like any day now mode. Random things keep coming up that prevent us from finishing it off, but we're really, really, really close. So any day now. And as such, I don't really have a lot that I can work on stream because the majority of what's left to be done is stuff that I can't do in public until it gets actually released. But one thing I was thinking of doing was trying to get some of the prep work for the website done. We can get a staging copy of the website set up and work on that to get what should be on the website after we release. If any of it needs cleaning up, which I'm sure a bunch of it does. I'm not sure how much of that I can really do until we're ready to release too. So getting the release notes exported and put up there would be the best thing, or the most important thing, I guess. The release page is staged. Let's see if I can get my workspace up here. There we go. Actually, I just noticed something here. Does that sound any better now? There was a bunch of stuff covering the microphone. That was not good of me to get started without that uncovered and ready to hear me. Oh, I just realized I forgot to change the stream description before I went live, so it's still got the one from last week. But that's okay, because it's more or less the same anyway. Somebody decided to pay me a visit again. She's got this down to a science, coming to visit me right when I start streaming every weekend, I guess. Just have to be careful she doesn't walk on my keyboard while I'm working on this. Okay. Okay, so we still have pull requests waiting, which is part of the holdup. Yeah, we got a whole mess of pull requests that haven't landed yet with things that are supposed to go into the current set of releases. So yeah, that's part of why we haven't released yet. It will poke people at some point to get those approved. I've been poking a little bit already, actually, but they haven't been yet. So we'll deal with that. No open pull requests for the website, so we shall have to create some. Oh, I'm not logged in. That would explain things. Say, why isn't it giving me an SSH option? I just unlocked this a minute ago. Why is it locked again already? Okay. Yeah, that's what I want. I don't know if I even have all the dependencies on here to run this locally. I should probably just go do it on my server because I know everything's installed there already. Thought I still had stuff in process for the release already, which is probably on that server. We'll just do it this way. Oops. I probably just created a branch, didn't I? Yeah, I did have a branch in progress here. I don't want to do that. Let's just make sure. Yeah. Just the release notes work in progress commit. Okay. So we added 414 release notes. Actually, let's do this. Oh, we have a bunch of files in progress. many of which will have to be overwritten with the ones that we generated the last couple streams. Oh, actually considering that part of the 5.2 branch, huh? Okay. That's probably what the 506 file did too. Yep. That file didn't exist, so it's adding it. And that all needs to get overwritten anyway, because we redid a bunch of that. Not on this branch. We did it in Bugzilla itself because it's a template file. I just realized where this window is. I'm in the way of it, so you can't see what I'm doing. Helps if I look at the stream preview once in a while. Yeah, it's been a while since I poked at this, because this release has been a long time coming, and I started on it a while back, and then delayed to finish off release blockers, and then it's been a while. And it probably wasn't a good idea for me to dive into this right now, because I'm like haven't seen it in a couple months. I'm trying to figure out where everything left off. And that's probably boring for everybody because I'm figuring out where I'm at instead of showing you where it is. Okay, what else did we touch? Just to see what I did to them. Okay, and that was just removing it from the header at the top of the page. I'm pretty sure I created an alias to run that, but I don't remember what the alias is. It's not in there. There it is. Oh, just need to update stuff. Those are the new ones that the Dependabot commit we were just looking at pulled in for security updates. Okay. Takes a minute or so to fire up. Okay. Release information is where all of this is. So there's what the new page would look like. And I see something we need to fix already. So yeah, that was the groupings that we were just looking at a minute ago where the tags gridding changed. So the 505 and 506 got moved into the 5.2 section. And 5.0 ends at 504. The thing I was noticing that we need to fix is this thing at the top up here where it says trunk has 513. We need to make that be 5.3.3 instead, because we renamed that. And that goes to the 6.0 release notes, which is not necessarily a good thing. I wonder if that's hard-coded somewhere. I should open up a second window to we'll leave that running in the background. Where was my diff? Oh, that's the 6.0 file. Let's see what I did to the actual releases file. Oh. Oh, that added the section for the deprecated old stable, because we hadn't done that since we redid the website this way. Okay. Yeah, it should be the 5.9.1, not 5.13. Should take about 20 seconds or so to update. We should create a file for 5.3 so it shows up in there. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. That's going to be master. 2023. Those dates are going to change. How far into the month are we now? It's 22nd. Gonna have to change before we actually put them out anyway, but would have been 5.4. Why am I replacing? It shows up twice, but they're the same one. That's probably oh, it probably rebuilt first before I changed the number in it. It's had long enough to go again. Yeah, there we go. I've got 4, page not found. 6.0 page is there. Oh, that's where the branch is used. Because it goes to the download page. And well, the download page needs to know what a deprecated stable release is too. Okay. Include downloads.html. Okay. Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's the headers. Current gets a stable tag. Dev gets both candidate and devel tags. Old gets old stable. There it is. Yeah, it says what it is down there. Why does 5.4 still not exist? So there's a releases directory, and there's probably, maybe there's not. So why doesn't that exist then? Does release 5.3 exist? No. Six point oh exists though. You know what? It's part of a collection. Maybe we need to restart the server to have it notice updates to a collection. Okay. It still doesn't exist. Everything else just picks up automatically by the fact that it's in that directory. What do we do down at the bottom here? Item on is not equal to, okay, so that's the list of releases at the bottom. Vista site releases. So obviously that's defined somewhere. That looks like a generated file if I had to say so. Okay. We got 2 posts that mention the link. And the redirect from the 6.0 HTML. Oh, because I didn't, it is fixed in there, yeah. Why does 6.0 redirect in 5.4 doesn't? I need a Jekyll expert. We got some of those around somewhere. I usually poke LCP for that. Okay. Well, no point in messing around worrying about that, whatever. 5.4 is the one that's not working. Thought it would have taken it from the file name without the extension. Yeah, that doesn't work either. Didn't think so. I gotta give it time to rebuild. I explicitly tell it to pull from there. Where will it redirect to? It's like it's not loading that file. But it is loading the file because it shows up in the list here. That's weird. Okay. No point in dwelling at it. I'll figure it out later. So the 5.4 release has been abandoned. This used to be our primary development branch, but development has moved to the new Harmony branch, which is a fusion of upstream Bugzilla with the code maintained by bugzilla.mozilla.org, which was forked from Bugzilla 4.2 several years ago. Development releases on this branch will be maintained until a clear upgrade path from here to Harmony is available. Now, if only we could get that page to load to see what it looks like. But that's okay. I do have to wonder why they're out of order at the top up here, though. Because it's doing them in reverse order by version number when it's loading the list. And if that were the case, I would think that 5.9.1 would show up first because it's got the older order number. It's this right here. So we have two trunk releases. We'll fix dates later. Bugzilla 5.9.1 is a developer preview release of the code that will eventually become Bugzilla 6.0. We currently do not recommend using this in a production environment. For internal testing and seeing where Bugzilla is going. Upgrading to Bugzilla 5.9.1 from older versions of Bugzilla is currently known to be broken. Attempting that upgrade on a backup non-production copy of your Bugzilla site and reporting what's broken by filing a bug report would be very helpful. Should get that first paragraph there by now. There we go. Maybe it did build the 5.4 page because it's is this not valid HTML? Although I kind of doubt it. That shouldn't have broken it. I doubt that will fix anything, but who knows? So I did have more of this staged already than I thought I did. We're not in a bad position for having the website ready to go. All we really need to do is get the release notes copied out of the production branches and paste it into there so that we have current up-to-date release notes for the new releases. Yeah, that's really short. Okay. And I'm pretty sure the 5.2 release notes haven't actually landed yet because the branch still exists. Well, that's nice. Was I working on it here or somewhere else? Okay. Let's go figure out where it changed. That's going to be on the main Bugzilla GitHub. There it is. Actually, I want to log. Oh, you know what I can do? This will be very useful. Okay, May 18. That's the upstream one. And there's my local one. So there's one additional commit upstream. So it got rebased. That's what happened. And it was done somewhere else because there's one additional commit on the upstream side than what we have locally. Okay. Okay, it's not going to let me do that. They all line up now. Yeah. So is that all it was the rebase plus the one commit? Got it. So we're clean. Yay. Okay. I love this tool, by the way. We played with it a while back. It's called GetG. It does the visual representation of all the commits, and it shows when you have branches and so forth. It shows where the tags are and where things diverge and merge back together and so forth. So you can see the overlaps when there's branches. So that's pretty cool for visualizing where things have gone on your Git trees. Okay. You have documentation changes in that branch too? Okay. Bugzilla constants is probably the version number change. Oh, that's something that was changed. Oh, wait a minute. It hasn't been merged with 5.2 lately. We're going to rebase on top of 5.2 again. Now let's try seeing what changed. That's better. So that was all upstream changes that we hadn't pulled in yet. Okay, so that file is what we want to take. We actually want the generated output from that file. Which is this. For those that weren't watching the release notes streams when we were creating these release notes, this is a template toolkit file, and there are a bunch of shortcut macros in here using the template toolkit language to generate decent chunks of this file. Like all these tables here that show what the Perl modules are and so forth. That's pulling it right out of the requirements file in Bugzilla's source tree and comparing it to the previous version. So basically everything from the top down is pulled straight out of that file. Oh, I can't do a cat from there. I need the generated version, which means I need to do view source on here and grab it from there. Don't need any of the header stuff, we just need the content. Starting right there. Content of that Bugzilla body div. Okay, that's tables, this is still release notes. There's more script stuff, we don't need any of the script, there's the end of the div. I have to remember to copy the one, or cut the one div off the end there. And the way we'll be able to tell if it's updated is you'll notice there is no MariaDB users section here. And it also says you can't use version 8 or newer for MySQL. And that should update and say that you're allowed to, or not say that you can't. And we get the MariaDB section. Okay, so that should do it for 5.2. We don't have a 5041 section on there at all. Okay. It's just 5.0, isn't it? When do I need this one? I don't need that one. I do need over here. You know what? That wasn't even the checkout that I was looking at. But that was probably correct. Because that's where I was editing it. The that's the one that was actually edited. That's what we just deployed. Uh-oh, and we did have local changes. Oh, but they weren't related to that. What branch am I in? Oh, I got a ton of stuff on there. Okay. Yeah, that's where my commit was from before. I think all of that MySQL 8 stuff got pulled in. I don't know. Anyway. Well, I'm on a patch branch. I'm ahead of the upstream by one commit. Okay, yeah, that needs to be pushed. But I can't do it from there. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, it was already committed from elsewhere. It just merged cleanly. Okay. So I want the, we didn't call it that. What was the branch for that? Did we have a branch for that? 4.4 release notes, there we go. Or no, 504 is what we're looking at, isn't it? Yeah. What's the branch name? Release notes 504.1, okay. Notes 504.1. Just to make sure. Okay. Did we not write release notes for 504.1? Oh, wait a minute. That's the Wrong window, I want this one. There we go. I say I thought we did them. Okay. So now that we found it, same deal. Are we supposed to change the title at the top on Wonder, and nobody ever did? They've always just been the main version. Okay. Okay. So we changed the title on the actual page, but not here. Okay. It all goes away. We do the source and find Bugzilla body div. We'll skip the title because we already have it, and we'll grab the rest. And that's the footer for the site. There it is. Should get us over here. Take it a minute to rebuild. I think it's 20 seconds usually, actually. There it is. And that leaves 4.4, which actually looks like it already got updated. But we should double check just to make sure. Just the text styling is different, so I can't just look and see if it's different between one or the other. Let's see. Make sure the text is still the same. So what I have on my locally served website is newer than the one that's in the product. But that probably means it's on a branch which isn't deployed at the moment. Yep, we are on a branch. The branch doesn't have it either. I could swear we worked on that. No tracking information on that branch. Oh, that was a neat way to do it. Why do we not have a... Let's go look for the pull request. Maybe it's a different branch name. At least no, it's 4.4.14. Yeah, this is the version we're looking at, and that does not have 4.4.14 release notes in it. Hmm. The branch exists. I am on that branch, yeah. There we go. So we did have it upstream somewhere and not on the local copy on this. on my dev environment here, which is weird. I wonder where I did it. But we have it. Okay, so we want okay, so that rebased by the fact that we did that. So now we have it linked. I can set it up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so same deal as before. We're going to do releases 4.4.14. This one does not have the title. You know what? It doesn't really need the title. View source. Find the body div, which starts right here. And we don't need the title. It's long release notes. I missed something somewhere. We're in the wrong div already. There's the footer. Okay. So we don't need the closing div for the body tag or Bugzilla body, whatever. Don't need that. Links to previous release notes versions because they're all on the website anyway. Okay. So there was a version of that on the website already, but it didn't have that big red block in there, so it was old. So the new one's going to have a big red block. There it is. And I notice a spacing issue in there. In that big red box, wherever it is. Here we go. Those local generated copies right here. See how we got a space missing after the period there too. And there's our space back. Yay. And we just update that manually on the website version. There's no point in recopying all of that. Was over here. So we're looking right there. Oh, it has to regenerate, that's right. Give it 20 seconds. Edit the template files in Bugzilla, you get instant gratification because it'll regenerate because it notices it changed. There it goes, now we have a space. Speaking of which, 5.2 release notes. I had a note somewhere that I was supposed to fix the bug macro for this one. Because yeah, I see everywhere we've got a bug number. There's bug and a number, but there's no space. And that it's down at the bottom, I thought. Oh no, that's not. We gotta repull it from the upstream. That's right. I got a commit to make over here first. How many times do I have to retype that? Set upstream laptop. Loose notes 4.4.14. Release notes 4.4.14. I'm on my laptop now in another window. Okay. And it'll be at the end of that file. Somewhere, bug link, there we go. Just need a plus here to tell it to preserve the space. Okay. And there's this one. There we go. Yep, now we got spaces between bug and the bug number. Now we gotta update that file again. We don't need a title at all. because it generates the title. So starting right there. Ending there. Should have time to regenerate by now. Yep, we have spaces. Yay. Yeah, we did release notes stuff. Yeah, this is where the merge came from before. So we have stuff on here that I have that macro in here. No, I don't. Actually, I didn't want all of that, did I? So I just stashed my release notes changes too. Okay. Well, that's the branch name. It was different than the others. I 5.2 dash release notes, no space. Okay. push for my laptop. And that's pushed up to GitHub. Okay, so that gets our release notes updated for all of the branches, except for the 5.3 which is generating a 404 for some reason. I'll have to poke LCP about that later. Hello, good morning. Apologize, I'm not paying attention to chat enough. It disappeared off of the online stream, which means it's been more than 10 minutes ago when you said that. So, good morning. Hi. Sorry, I missed you when you came in. So, the only other thing we're missing towards getting the website updated then is the front page of the website, which will definitely need to have a splash for the new versions coming out. That'll come with a blog post when we write it. So I think I am going to call that for the stream for today. An hour and a half, that's not too bad. Took us an hour and a half to basically move the release notes from our staging copies onto the website staging. Okay, well, I am really hoping to release this coming week. Of course, I said that 2 weeks ago too, and here we are. But we're like this close. So I got to poke at a few people and get them to do some things for me so I can get the last couple pages on the website fixed and all those pull requests that are still sitting here waiting to be committed. Get those approved so they can be committed. And then we can get the release out the door. So soon. Almost all of these things that are sitting here open are all of these pull requests sitting here that haven't landed yet. So as soon as this all lands, this list is going to shrink fast. Okay, well, I am going to take off then. Have a good afternoon, everybody. We will see you around hopefully later in the week for our release party and otherwise next weekend. We'll see you next time.